My name is Laura-lynn. As I prepared for surgery, the nurse helped me slide onto the operating table and gave me a motherly look. Don't worry, we know it's your first time. We'll make this a most pleasant experience for you. With those reassuring words, I drifted off to sleep, but when I awakened, I found myself floating above my body, off to the right side, looking down, watching the attempts of the surgical team, trying to revive the lifeless form below. I viewed the scene with detachment. The surgical team was frantic. At that moment, I didn't make the connection that the body being worked on was my own. It didn't matter anyway. I was in a state of floating freedom, experiencing no pain and having a great time. I wanted to shout to the distressed people below, "Hey, it's okay. It's fantastic up here." But I didn't want to interrupt their efforts. I had traveled to another realm of total and absolute peace. With no physical body, my movement was unencumbered. Thought was the avenue for travel. I floated up through blackness where there was no fear, no pain, no misunderstandings, but instead a sense of well-being. I was enveloped by total bliss in an atmosphere of unconditional love and acceptance. The darkness was warm and soft, a blanket of velvety love, stretching endlessly. The freedom of total peace was intensified beyond any ecstatic feeling I've ever felt on earth. In the distance, a horizon of glorious white, golden light beckoned me forward. As the brilliance increased and the encompassing rays stretched to meet me, I felt that time, as we know it, was non-existent. Time and existence were a blending and a melding of the past, present, and future into this one moment. A sense of all-knowing enveloped me. Every part of my being was satisfied with an unconditional love beyond description. All questions were answered. An inner peace without striving or achieving was created and understood. As I admired the beauty of the light, I was drawn closer, feeling the radiant warmth, infinite love, and lasting peace. I felt as if I were home. Before I became further engulfed in the light, I became aware of many spirits. They surrounded, embraced, and supported my journey with their gentleness, knowledge, and guidance. I felt one of them approach from my right upper side. This familiar presence came forward, and my feelings changed to sheer joy when I discovered my 30-year-old brother-in-law, the one who had died 7 months earlier from cancer. My essence moved to meet his essence. I couldn't see with my eyes, yet I instinctively knew that it was Will's. I heard his smile, saw his laughter, and felt his humor. It didn't make sense, but it made complete sense. We were separate, but we were also one. It was as if I had come home and my brother-in-law was here to greet me. I instantly thought how glad I was to be with him, because now I could make up for the last time I had seen him before his death. I felt sad and a bit guilty for not taking the time out of my busy schedule to have a heart-to-heart talk with him when he had asked me to. I realized I was not being judged by him, but by myself. I was in his position, dying, wanting to say goodbye to those I loved, and then meeting people like myself not getting it, not getting that all the achievement, money, or recognition in the world cannot be taken with you when you die. The only thing you take with you is the love you give away. Wills gave love away his whole life. In a sense, he was ready to leave our physical world and continue his work in the spiritual world. Their wish upon departure is not to bring sorrow and grief to others, but to honor the divine plan. It is their time for transition, for the continued development of their soul. I understood instantly that life was about people, not pursuits. I was putting pursuits first as a means to seek approval and love from people. Once I understood, I forgave myself for my actions, and in the act of forgiving, I received the love in abundance. By giving love, one receives and experiences tremendous love from the universe. Wills was like the spirit of Christmas past. By reviewing my past, I was brought to new places of discovery within myself. Many events were shown simultaneously. I recalled 2 examples, one of which was, when I was 5 years old, I teased a girl called Tammy Fowler, another 5-year-old girl, to the point of tears. I was now in a unique position to feel what Tammy felt. Her frustration, her tears, and her feelings of separateness were now my feelings. I felt a tremendous amount of compassion for this child. My essence gave love to both of us, a love so deep and tender, like the love between a mother and child. I realized by hurting another, I was only hurting myself. The message was clear. The message was love. Above and beyond anything else, one must first learn to love oneself non-judgmentally and unconditionally. Then one will love all people and all things the same way. I realized how important people were in life, and how important it was to accept them and love them. And I finally understood the old Mohegan Indian saying I had heard when I was in Girl Scouts, never judge another squaw until you have walked a mile in her moccasins. As I reviewed my life with Wills, my judgment prevailed, and I remember thinking, I've done worse things in my life. My question was answered before I finished my thought. All events in your life are significant. To bring an understanding of all things, even the experiences which you consider insignificant, will bring you to places of great awareness and compassion. By the time my review was finished, I understood. I was aware of an almost cathartic release. I experienced emotion without the physical signs of tears. It brought me to a deep place of understanding and compassion. I never took the time to think about how my actions affected others or how I treated myself. I felt grieving for all my unconscious actions. With awareness of my unaware state, I released all the grief I had ever caused and joyfully moved into forgiveness. Other thoughts were conveyed, and I remember thinking, wow, now I get it. Everything about our existence finally makes sense. I had more questions for Wills. The transference of information was immense and reassuring. He kept saying, all is known. You have simply forgotten. I didn't feel like I knew anything. Yet, there was a place in me that knew everything. I asked Wills if I could stay. It's not your time yet. There's been a mistake. You have to go back. I remember thinking, okay, I'll go back, but I can get back up here anytime I want. I will just take my own life. At that same instant, his thoughts were mine. You can't take your own life. Suicide for you isn't the answer. That won't do it. You have to go back and live your life's purpose. I responded, I understand, but I don't want to go back. Wills's thought came to me again. It's okay. We're not going anywhere. We'll be here for you again. His last communication was, tell your sister, I'm fine. With those final thoughts, I felt myself going back, dropping downward through the darkness. I was not afraid. Instantly, I felt myself slam into my body. That does it for Laura-lynn's experience. Tell me what you guys thought about her experience in the comment section below.
What if I told you, you are never truly alone? Since the moment you were born, unseen guides have been walking beside you, whispering wisdom and nudging you toward your purpose in life. They are your spirit guides. But how do you connect with them? Welcome to Conscious Chronicles, a powerful new book series exploring the unseen realms of consciousness and spirituality. The first book, Spirit Guides: Who They Are and How to Connect, written by Anthony Larkin, unveils the truth about the guides who walk with us, offering insights into who your spirit guides are and how they influence your life. The different types of guides, guardian angels, ascended masters, spirit animals, and more. The deeper meaning behind life's challenges and soul contracts. Powerful techniques to strengthen your connection and receive their guidance. Have you ever felt an unexplainable pull towards something? A coincidence too perfect to ignore? Those moments aren't random. Your guides are speaking. You just need to learn how to listen. Through real-life encounters, practical exercises, and profound insights, Spirit Guides: Who They Are and How to Connect will help you unlock the wisdom already within you. This is just the beginning. The Conscious Chronicles series will take you deeper into the mysteries of consciousness, the afterlife, and the unseen world. Start your journey today. Spirit Guides: Who They Are and How to Connect. Get your copy today. Available on Amazon in Kindle or paperback. The universe is speaking. Are you ready to listen?